sports, the passion and love for the game is stronger. Well, in this show, you have the skills of professional athletes, and the love and desire for the game is just as strong as it is on the strongest levels of amateur sports. And the main event is a great example of that, where two undefeated fighters are putting their careers on the line for a step to be a contender, for a step to fight for a world title. So this is a WBC Mental Health Awareness Month, and that's why we're all wearing these green ribbons. Ms. Jill Diamond is here from WBC. We're very grateful that this fight is being sanctioned for the international WBC cruiserweight belt. And just saying 4 words.
Well, look at these two men. We have two guys here, undefeated, as they say. Somebody's always going to go. 10-0, 12-0, Golden Globe champion, New York champion. I mean, we are very, very proud to sanction this fight. This is going to be a great fight. Stevie Baye and Junior Wright. It's just a wonderful opportunity. President Mauricio Suleiman and Mauro Betti from the International WBC are very happy about this. It should be very action-packed, and I'm very excited about it. So this is a privilege to be here. Thank you.
We have some great prospects on the show that are not here with us today. Marco Suarez Jr. is a Golden Glove champion, a national champion, 3-0 prospect. He's going to be fighting again on the Brooklyn Pro Show on May 15th. We have Alexei Zubov, who's here with us. Alexei is a Russian national champion, world champion. He's going to be participating in a Serb professional fight May 15th. Alex, you want to say a couple words?
I'm so happy that I fight in the show. I got to won, and let's see. I show what I can.
Good. We have another exciting junior welterweight prospect, 5-0 with 5 knockouts. He's made a name for himself in New York City in his last 2 fights. In December, he fought Fight of the Year, and in his last fight on February 27th, he scored a knockout of the year. A very spectacular young fighter, 5-0 with 4 knockouts from Brooklyn, New York. Домашний Азов.
I think everybody's ready here. I train hard. And I'm not looking for a knockout. I'm not looking for fight of the year, knockout of the year. It's gonna happen. Train hard. It's gonna happen. And I'm just gonna show my talent and hope you guys enjoy the show.
We also have on the show a very exciting and upcoming junior middleweight prospect, 3-time Golden Glove champion, national champion, winner of Outstanding Fighter Award in the national tournament. He signed to my company along with Score Ring, which is Roy Jones. He has great things ahead of him. He's a sensational fighter, and he's going to be fighting for the 2nd time in 3 months on May 15th. 14-1 prospect, Mr. Steve Martinez.
It's a pleasure fighting Dimitri, on the undercard Dimitri, and it's a pleasure fighting on May 15th and having the ball rolling this year, 2 fights in a row, and we're ready to rock for Thursday, May 15th, and hopefully by the end of this year we'll be contending at the junior middleweight, and next year we'll be knocking at the door for a belt at one of these ahead. It's a pleasure that everybody's here. The support is great, and I really appreciate it. Thank God and everything. Thank
We saw history made this past week. ESPN is involved with heavyweight boxing, and we saw a very exciting fight. But we're all looking and needing of an American heavyweight, and we have the picks right here. 8-0 with 8 knockouts. The guys from New York City over the last years, Mike Tyson, Riddick Bowe, are the guys that were able to captivate and capture the spirit of the American public, of the general public. And I think that Jarrell Miller has all the talent, the personality, and the skills to be the next great thing. Jarrell just spent 2 weeks in Las Vegas training with Mayweather, and he was doing his thing and representing Brooklyn to the fullest. So Jarrell, why don't you tell us about the next fight? Jarrell's 8-0 with 8 knockouts, and he's looking to keep the KO streak alive.
Listen, May 15 is here. We need the love, we need the support. I'm the next baddest boy in America, period, point blank. I know it's the Vern, I know it's Chris Hero, I know Deontay Wilder, the Tyson Furies. I can beat them. Trust me once I can hit them. But it all starts right here in New York with the support of the fans, the public, and the media. So listen, come Thursday, I'm gonna whoop somebody's behind, we moving on to the next one. All right, love you guys. Let's do it.
You know, I got a lot of compliments on making the main event fight between two undefeated prospects. But really, the credit is to both of them because they took this fight, they took the chance, and they are very excited and very passionate about taking a step forward in their career. They are both here represented by their trainers and their managers. Steve Bujarz is managed by Billy Giles, who trained many world champions, and by Dom Majeski, two Hall of Fame guys. And Junior Wright is trained by Rick Wilson from Chicago, a very well-known trainer from that area. So why don't we invite a couple of Dom Majeski, Steve Bujarz's manager, to say a couple of words.
Thank you very much. On behalf of my partner Billy Giles, who's there, Nelson Cuevas also on our team, and Steve, I just want to thank you for the opportunity. It's always wonderful to fight with the WBC. This is the best main event that's been on an off-TV fight in New York in 50 years. If you go to any club show in New York, you're never going to see a fight like this. It's deserving of a television broadcast. We didn't get national TV, but after this, everybody's going to pay attention to these two guys. And I applaud both of them, Steve Bujarz and also Junior Wright, to be willing to fight at this juncture of their career because both of these young men believe they can be the world champion. So why they're both fighting each other now? Because these are two confident guys, and I can tell you, I believe the winner and the loser of this fight on Thursday will go on to be a world champion. And you're going to see a wonderful fight. I know there's a lot of hyperbole, but the match speaks for itself. 12-0 against 10-0, 10-0 with 9 knockouts, 12-0 with 9 knockouts. It's a phenomenal bout. It's as good a fight you have seen in 50 years on a club level in New York. And you're really missing out if you don't see it. And I can say, you know, I don't know Junior Wright, but the fact that he'd be willing to come in here for the kind of person that he's getting to take a shot to fight for a WBC international title, which is the one notch below the WBC world title, says a lot about him. Steve Bujarz, it's not only a pleasure, it's a privilege to manage a young man like this. And I say, after he retires, I think he'll go on to a great career doing many other things that he'll capitalize on. But to be with a team that I've got, you know, Nelson Cuevas and Billy Giles and Steve Bujarz, it makes life very, very easy. So you're going to see the birth of two tremendous fighters here on Thursday, winner and loser. The accelerated guy will go on to the title a little bit sooner than the other. But as the manager, of course, I feel that he's going to win, and I don't have any doubts about it. And this is his graduation night to the world title. But this is a fight that's going to be spectacular for every fan out there. You do yourself a great favor. If you're a fight fan, come out to see this. And I thank the WBC for supporting us so much. We've gone for the U.S. title. I've got the international title. And it's going to be great things for us. And thank you very much.
You know what? I jumped ahead of myself. Ladies first, as they always say, and that is the truth. And we have a very exciting women fight on the show. First time for myself as a promoter. And women's boxing came a really long way in the last 20 years that I was a boxer, certainly in the last 10 years. Women today are world-class athletes and world-class boxers, and the skill level is equal, if not better, than the men boxers. They really work hard, and they're very nice. We have two of the best ladies in the sport on the show. I was honored to be in the gym with them. You know, when you box with a girl, sometimes you feel like, you know, like I can't hit a girl, but man, these days, man, they hit so hard, they're so good.
You gotta hit them back.
It's like you don't want to get hit by a girl too, you know.
You gotta hit them back.
So I want to, it gives me the pleasure and the honor and the privilege to be able to partake in the show with these two ladies that are really ladies and great athletes. So Belinda, let me say a couple of words. Belinda is a former world champion and a veteran and fought many world champions. One of the best fighters in the game.
I want to say thank you, and I'm kind of excited to be here, and especially on Thursday, especially being with a good amateur fighter and as a pro fighter, very young, very skillful, and I can never give that up. But me, as being a pioneer, I know she's gonna give me a tough fight. And one, because she's pretty good, and second, she's Latina, so we got the heat. So, going at it. So thank you so much.
And Amanda, thank you, Belinda. And again, when I first turned pro, which was in 2001, we both trained in Lisa's gym, and so I used to box with her. And Belinda's really an excellent fighter. The girl that she's fighting is Amanda Serrano, who is very popular, multiple-time Golden Glove champion. Has gotten a tremendous amount of crossover publicity, which is great for the sport, great for boxing, great for women's boxing. She's really excellent, and we're very pleased to have her on the show. Amanda, please take a couple of words.
First of all, thank you, Shanita, for allowing us to be on your card. First woman bout, and I'm going to prove to you that women are here and we're here to stay. And especially to Belinda. Belinda is a veteran in the sport. I looked up to her watching female boxing, and as I was getting into the sport, she was one of my role models, and it's going to be a great fight. Both Latinas, Boricuas, we're going to go in there, we're going to give it our all. It's going to be two fearless Boricuas in there fighting, and it's going to be great. It's going to be a great night.
Let's get back to our main event. I want to invite Rick from the Junior Right Camp to say a couple of words. Rick is a renowned trainer from Chicago. Has been around boxing for a very long time. Boxed himself for many years, and he's very focused. They're very focused here on representing their city and doing their thing on the team. Rick, want to say a couple of words?
Hello, everybody. First off, I want to thank Star of David Promotions. I want to thank the WBC. I want to thank the New York Press. I also want to thank New York City. I love this place. I was here 25 years ago. I had a great time. I vowed to come back. Now I'm coming back with hopefully a really good fighter, a really good champion. We really feel blessed for this opportunity. This is the biggest stage in the world, New York City. And we have two great fighters, like you said, you know, Boucher and Junior Wright, undefeated fighters. You don't see guys putting their high prospect records on the line. I know he's a very explosive, exciting fighter. When we come out of the tunnel, when we fight in Chicago, people really get amped up because they know they're going to see something special and something exciting. We love coming to your town. We're the little town, you guys are the big town. We're just very blessed, very appreciative to have this opportunity to showcase our skills. I'm not going to pick a winner or anything. I think the best man will win the fight. You know, I know that I'm not sure of the weather forecast Thursday night, but you know it could be a little thunder and a little lightning and possibly a hurricane. Yeah. Thank you all. You're going to see a hell of a fight. I know I've seen some film on this guy. He can boogie. He throws some dynamite stuff. He's very, even in his amateur days, as a Golden Glover, he's a very polished fighter. And all I can say is the best man's going to win. God bless everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Again, I want to reiterate the fact that both of these guys took the fight for the chance to move on to world title, to top 10 contender status. And both of them should be applauded. I think both of them will be better off when they started. And these two guys are real fighters. So I want to first invite Junior Wright, who's from Chicago. He's a three-time Chicago Golden Glove champion, state Golden Glove champion, and he's 10-0 as a pro with 9 knockouts. Junior, why don't you say a couple of words?
Yes, hello, thanks everybody. You know, being here alone is an honor, you know what I'm saying? And just getting this opportunity, coming out here, showcasing my skills against a very good fighter, you know what I'm saying? It's a privilege, you know. And I want to thank everybody. Dimitri, thank you for having us, and thank everybody.
Next, I want to introduce Steve Bujac. Steve is a very popular fighter in the New York area. He's also a very talented fighter, two-time heavyweight Golden Glove champion, who dropped down to fight at cruiserweight. He's billed as one of the top cruiserweight prospects in the world. He's trained by Billy Giles, who's here. Billy Giles trained many world champions. do the jobs to many world champions, from Hector Camacho Jr. to Paul Malignaggi and many in between. Steve has had an extended amateur career here. He's had, again, has a very strong following, and he's been spectacular in his last couple of fights here in New York City, starting with December 18th, and in February 27th, he won the New York State title with a spectacular first-round knockout of Elvin Sanchez, who was touted as a highly regarded pro. So Steve is looking to make a statement, and I'll just take it forward.
How's it going? Thank you for the opportunity. Thank Dimitri, thank Don, Joe Diamond, thank WBC. It's great to fight on a card like this, against an undefeated fighter. I'm just ready to put everything on the line, and this belt's not leaving New York City. So that's it.
We want to thank the Brooklyn Borough President, who was with us here earlier today and came to show support for the show. And it's very important that local businesses and the infrastructure of New York help support these kind of shows, so that we're able to live and support boxing here in New York. We see across the street there's Barclays Stadium, so all these guys are going to fight there one day and have the skills and the ability to be world champions.
You're going to promote there, right?
Yes.
No title fight,
Oh, yes.
Definitely. Next year.
Next year. That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
I just wanted to say one thing else. When I was coming up in the amateurs in the 70s, I was a Golden Glove champion. We had a New York inner city rivalry with Chicago. Chicago would come to Madison Square Garden and fight, and the next year Madison Square Garden would come to Chicago and fight. And it was incredible pageantry because we're always kind of competing as the second sister little city in the United States. Hot dogs, pizza, we have the deep dish, you guys have the thin crust, you guys have the better hot dog. So, we really love New York, and we're just blessed with the honor. And I think this inner city rivalry is actually rekindled with these two young men fighting. And this is going to be a barn burner. And if those, yes.
No, my question is, I remember those days.
Yeah.
Do these two fighters in the main event, do they have any amateur, did you meet each other in the amateurs?
No, I don't think so. I mean, he's a New York City three-time champion. Junior is as well. Because of budget cuts and stuff and the way the United States and America has evolved over the years, these great programs to keep kids and youths off the street, come from these amateur programs. And, we should be putting our money into that and bringing some of this stuff back. But, that program, that New York versus Chicago, stopped maybe 10 years ago. Like a lot of good quality things have stopped. So I think this is, getting back to a barn burner, in case you guys don't know what that is, but that's a fight that we look at as boxing fans and stuff to say, hey, this is a must-see event. This guy's great, my guy's great, the best man's going to win, but this is going to be a shootout. I know they're going to go, all out. This is very important, a crossroads fight for both of them. So even the casual boxing fan, and I bring people that aren't boxing fans, and they go, oh, it's barbaric, it's brutal, it's boring. When they come and see a live boxing event, it is incredible. I bring ladies and stuff, and the pageantry, the guys with their shirts off, the music, the way it evolves is just fantastic. So to all you people in New York, we love you. We're happy to be here, and bring out your friends, your daughters, your sister, your cousins. Come out and see this event. It's going to be great. Thank
you. Guys, again, thank you very much for coming. This is going to be a tremendous show. We want to thank the WBC for sanctioning this highly regarded fight. And I think that we should pose the main event, guys.
I'll say one thing. Clearly, these are two ferocious young men who will fight anyone because they're fighting each other. Given the condition of the sport and what these people put into it with their talent, they deserve the complete support of the press and the public. So let's give that to them, and let's get this fight really, really going and spread the word, because it's going to be amazing.
Amen. Amen.
get back up?
Yeah, good guys. Randy Smith.
Atendi por cima. Por cima, não, guys, get close.
How you getting out there?
That would be great.
Without the professor,
Thanks, guys. Good job. Good job.
Dante. Ahora.
Send me something to send to them. Maybe, but I can actually send the flyer out to her.
Beautiful.
And one over here, please. Thank you.